Hey guys, welcome back to Greensboro Downtown Yoga. I'm Summer and I'm so excited because today is live from GDY class number 100 on our YouTube channel. Isn't that crazy? I can't believe that we are hitting class number 100. I wish I could make sure my mic was on. Yeah, when we started this back in March, it was truly thought to be, it was going to be a short-term thing, but here we are, and it's going to be fun. If you happen to notice, this is take 2, because we did have a little bit of technical difficulty during part 1 or take 1, but I'm going to leave that one up on the channel so that you can have that as well. So this is take 2. It's going to be slightly different. I'm going to change a couple things, but today we are celebrating. It's all about the small moments. And in doing that, we're going to look at how to find balance while shifting our mind and our body. So we're going to do some shifts of postures and really focus on standing tall, pushing wide, and finding those small moments of joy. You ready? Let's have some fun. You're going to start standing on your mat. Let's start at the front. Place your feet under you and shut your eyes. Stand as tall as you can. CounterFlow Yoga, which is what today's practice is about being creative, curious, and discovering courage. I want us to do all that while celebrating. In your mind's eye, what does that mean to you? What does the idea of creativity, courage, and curiosity through celebration mean? Stand tall and sway forward and back. Allow your body to just move. You might get thrown off balance a little bit, and that's awesome. Let your body just naturally flow. Shift side to side. Allow the sway of movements to calm your mind. Whether you see it as leaves rippling in the wind or the ocean moving, your body is fluid. Stand as tall as you can. Feel your feet into the ground. Lift up your heels as tall as you can. You might open your eyes. And then with energy, go to the floor. Lift up as tall as you can. Go down. Do it with breath. Big, deep inhale. Exhale. Notice how I get my arms with it. Do that with me. Inhale. And then throw that down. Inhale. This is such a great way. Do 2 more. To get bone health. To prevent osteoporosis without having to jump. Big, deep inhale. Lift your arms overhead. Reach your arms high. Exhale, you stretch to one side. Feel the length out your body. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, over to the other side. Continue doing that. Find a couple more times where you just reach your body over. It's about you being creative. It does not have to look exactly like I look. Exhale. Inhale, reach your arms as high as you can. Bring your hands together behind your back. Interlace, push your hips high to the sky. As you do that, you push your hips forward and your chest high. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands come to thighs. Look into your belly and look up to the sky. Round in, look into your belly. So we're getting this lovely cat and then cow. Feel the movement in your spine. Feel the small intricacies of the movement. Roll yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. Big, deep inhale. Lift your arms high. Exhale, stretch over to the side. Maybe you get a lean of your hips. Do you see how I bend my knee to get a little further? Maybe that feels good to you. Inhale, reach your arms. Step your right foot behind you. And now it's like you're on railroad tracks. You're going to lift your back heel and now lift your front heel. So it's like you're going back and forth. As you do this, I want you to rotate your hands. So a little forward, little back. Are you feeling that into your wrist and your feet? Now, big, deep inhale. Lift your back heel. Exhale, lift the front. Find that balance, right? We have to really align ourselves. One more. Big reach. Exhale. Inhale, step your feet together. Lift your arms high. Stretch to the side. Inhale. Other side. Reach long. Inhale, come high. Hands interlace behind your back. Push forward. So if you notice, I kind of push those hips. So I'm getting this lovely stretch on my front body into my shoulders. Inhale, lift high. Exhale one time, cat and cow. Roll yourself up. As you do, step your right foot back. Go down and up. So it's this little shift forward and backwards. I was actually in the mountains this past week and I found myself doing this. And I was like, how fun would that be in class? So here it is for you. Let's do one more. Step your feet together. Last time. Big, deep inhale. Exhale, reach to the side. Oh, it's so lovely. Inhale. Other side. Lift up. We are finding freedom of movement. Small things make such a difference. Exhale. Roll in. Roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time as you do your left foot steps behind you. Let's go forward and your arms moving. Notice how high you can get up on one foot. Maybe you're like me and have an ankle that's not as happy as the other ankle. Or maybe you could get really high, and that's beautiful. Let's do last one. Step your feet together. Big, deep inhale. Sit low into a chair. Rise up. Inhale. Movement through the legs, right? Energy. Inhale. Allow your eyes to follow your hands so you get movement with your neck. Excuse me. One more. Now come up. Lift your right foot. Hold. Find this moment of balance. Bring your arms into the center. Round over. So you're making yourself into this small little ball. And now push everything away from you. Bend into your standing leg even more. Pull your knee in. Now stand all the way up. Isn't that fun? Sit low into chair. Other leg, lift up. Now find that moment of balance by pushing your foot into the floor. This control where we're making ourselves small little ball to expand, like you're pushing walls away from you. Hips stay squared. Bend into your standing leg. Ooh, maybe lift all the way up. Sit low in a chair. Inhale, right leg lifts and down. Left leg and down. Now get the energy as you start to find this dynamic balance, right? Each time we have to stand and lift, but we push our foot into the floor. One more, hold. Now take your right foot, slide it behind your left. This is what's called a tandem balance. You are standing like you're on a tightrope. Your heel and your big toe are right there glued together, and all 10 toes are pointing forward. Reach your arms forward. Shut your eyes. Notice, your balance might be shaky. Open your eyes, lift your right leg up. Small little ball. And now warrior 3, push away. Rise all the way up. Exhale, sit low in the chair. Left leg lifts. Feel that rise, that expansion, right? And now slide the left foot behind. Arms, eyes shut. Sometimes we work balance with 2 feet on the ground. Oftentimes in life, we fall off balance when we have 2 feet on the ground. Think about your feet. Grab the floor with them. Use your toes as suction cups. Lift up the left leg. Inhale. Find your small ball. Make yourself into that. And then let's push it all away. Press. Rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Step your feet wide. Big, deep inhale. Exhale. Sit low. So now it's a wide chair. Yes? Inhale. As you do this, push your knees out over the sides of your feet. Inhale. Squeeze your feet into the ground so all 10 toes are attached. One more. Let's stay low. Hands come to our thighs. Look over one shoulder. And then rise up, not all the way, but like partial way. And then down over the other shoulder. Inhale. So you're getting this lovely spiral. And this moment of joy, I celebrate seeing these balloons. I really love them. I love balloons. Inhale. Last time. Hold yourself in the center. Reach your arms long and turn your toes out. You're going to start to sit your weight down until you find this low goddess position. And now, if your hips are not warm enough for you to be this low right now, that's okay. Stay right here. I did want to throw it in at kind of the beginning of class today for you to see what your hips are like on a normal basis without being warm. Big, deep lift all the way up. Toes turn in. Sit low. Shift onto your left leg. Lift your right. Sit low. Switch. So now we're getting this side-to-side shift. It's not just a chair. It's a wide chair that forces you to shift to the side. Sit and rise. One more. Sit low and hold. Toes turn out. Sit down. Hands come to the floor. Step your knees back so that the knees are right under hips. Wrist under shoulders. Press into the floor. And we're going to find what's called palm arch, which means you kind of have this arch in your hand. Now lengthen your right arm out and your left leg back. We feel the reach from finger to toe, just like we were doing standing a minute ago. Now with this knee that's on the ground, lift up. Find the smallest shift of your weight. And now integrate this arm that's on the ground to lift you up higher. Did you just notice that your body turned on a lot more? Come back down. Other side. Reach and lengthen. Feel as if someone were to pull the strings on each finger. But then lift up out of this hip so you find the knee to hip bone connection, not being shifted over. And then the arm pushes down to integrate. Come back down. Walk your knees just a little more forward so knees are under belly button. Lift your knees an inch off the ground. Hold. Take your knees in and center. Side and center. Hold this next one center. Lower your knees down to the floor. Sit back onto your feet. And make sure all 10 toes are touching the ground right now. This might be really uncomfortable if you've never been here before. It's the small moments. Celebrate that your feet are getting stronger and more mobile. One more big deep inhale. Hands to heart center. Now you're going to do this little flip onto your feet. And don't worry, we're not like flipping around the room. Take your hands to the ground for this first time. And just lift your knees off the ground so you end up in like a small ball position. Let's try it again. Knees come down. Now, hands can be on the floor and you just lift up. One more. You're going to bring your knees down. Your option is we take a big deep inhale. And then as we exhale, the knees come up. Right there. You might balance, teeter. Cool. Do it. Inhale as you reach all the way to the sky. Lift your arms as you push your hips forward. Feel this big expansion. And then exhale, swing. Inhale, push. Swing. Ha. Use your breath. I want to hear through the other side of the camera. Ha. That sound. One more time, swing. Now come all the way up, sit low into your chair. Lift your right leg high. Ooh, do you feel a little dizzy? Possibly. Step the right foot behind your foot. Find the tandem balance. Shut your eyes. Lift back up. Your right leg comes into that pelican, or we're going to call it flamingo to honor my dad. Sit low into chair. Shift into the other leg. Lift your left foot off the ground. Foot slides behind. Shut your eyes. Reach up high. Lift the leg. And sit low into your chair. Lift up. Big deep inhale. Big bend of your back. Exhale. Swing over. Exhale. Ha. One more. Exhale. Lift up. Now sit into chair. Bring the right leg up. Inhale. Now you're going to sweep the leg out to the side. Lift up high. Now sweep the leg in front of you. So you're like pushing your hips back and gathering up a big bouquet of flowers. Inhale. Reach the leg behind you. So now you're a long line from your head and your fingers to your toe. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, you're going to circle behind you. So you really find the reach of your hands to your feet. Inhale, rise. Let's try that again. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Can you push your foot more into the ground? I think you can. Inhale. Behind you. Reach. Lift up. Inhale. Take your leg behind you. Cross. Inhale, rise. Exhale, step your feet wide. Sit low into your chair. Come all the way down into this lovely resting position squat. Push your knees out. We're only here for a moment. Bring your hands down to the floor. Step your knees back. Then lift your knees off the ground an inch. Hold that lift. Now you can do that knee sway side to side, or you're gonna lift up into that integrated arm. Take your right leg and push through into what we call side kick through. Push up so that you get this lift of your chest. Pull back with your arm to really feel expansion. Inhale, center. You might not think about it, but this is a balance move. It's a balance on your hand. It's a balance movement controlled with integrated core. Let's do it one more time each side. We oftentimes think of balance and we're like, oh, we're just going to stand on one leg. And today I want to show you the different ways that we work balance. Come back, center. Sit those knees down. Push back onto your feet. This is a balance challenge, right? Big, deep inhale. Now flip onto your feet. Rise all the way up. Sit low in a chair. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Now reach, hold. Oh, maybe reach the leg out to the side. Look over your shoulder. Come up. Sweep in front of you. Find that length. But also enjoy the moment, right? Like, we can often get really caught up in the technique, and I am such a technician. But enjoy it. Enjoy how your body moves. Find the lift. Why do I call this flamingo for my dad? Because he hated flamingos. And so it was this like family joke our entire life. Switch out to the side. Up high. Inhale. Sweep in front. Reach high. Exhale to the back. Inhale, rise. Notice how we're focusing on balance, but you're putting foot on the ground, right? Pretty amazing. Rise up. Exhale, step your feet wide. Sit low into your resting position squat, but only hold here for one breath. Exhale, flip around into your little beast. Knees are off the floor. Right leg kicks through. Inhale, center. Oh, exhale, other side. Inhale. One more time. Push through. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to center. Lower the knees. Sit up. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, flip. Stand all the way up. Use the strength in your legs to go from high to low. Feet go a little bit wider. Push your hips forward. This is your last time getting to do these swings like so. Let go. Push forward and swing. One more. Big reach. Let go. Now stand tall and sit in the chair. Beautiful job, guys. Inhale, step to the front of the mat. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, that foot steps back, and we find our first crescent position of the day. Hands come into our center. Your leg that's front, push that same arm forward and the opposite arm back. So the leg that's back. And now let's lift up. Exhale, push. Feel that push in both directions. Feel this strong position. Inhale, arms high. Lean forward. Find this great length. Now, big, deep inhale as you push into flamingo. Look at that. Lower your back foot. We're going to go step back, step forward. Now you pick up the foot. Let's do it without hands first. So you go forward and back. A little forward. Now can you be quiet with it? One more. Stay here. Lift our arms. Reach our leg back to your crescent. Yes? Find the lower. Hands come in. Let's push that opposite direction. Feel that. Arms up. Hold. Open up. Warrior 2. Push your knee out. Feel all 10 toes into the ground. And now let's surf this. So extend our leg and shift down into it. My goal is not to see how low you can go. I mean, the lower you can go, the cooler it looks. But it's about you finding this shift. You push out on your knee. Hold this one down. Rotate your arm forward. Stay low. Reach your arm. Big, deep inhale. Step your back foot in to meet the front. Sit low into chair. Big lift up. Inhale. Sit low into the chair. As your heels lift, you're going to come all the way down to the floor. Hands come to the ground. Step back to that beast position. Boom. Now we have a new move. Your right leg is going to go under your left arm, and you're going to flip around. Let's do that again. Your right leg, pick it up, and go under your left leg. Boom, flip. Other way. Left leg, pick it up, go under your right leg, and flip around. Pick up your left leg, thread it under your right, hold. We're going to call that an under switch. Let's try it again. Lift, right leg. Lift and switch. It's balance, control, hold and switch. Chest is open. Left leg under, hold. Knees down, push back. Yep, here it is. Lift, flip, rise. Sit low into chair. Left leg lifts up. Step forward into the foot. Lift a leg. Lift a leg. Notice here, how does this shift feel compared to the other one? Maybe you want to do it without arms. For me, because my good leg, my not reconstructed leg, is in front. So I have a little bit more balance control. But I'm still being quiet. Hold. Hold. Lower your foot. Sit in the chair. Nope, excuse me. Lift your leg high. Step your foot back. Find your crescent. Press down to lift up. And you hear me say that a lot. It's about going down to come up. Because if you think about it, that's how we grow, right? If you're a tree, your feet are the roots. And that's what grows you taller. So when we go down to lift up, it's the smallest shift of mind that makes the biggest change. Hands come in. Push your right hand forward, your left hand back. Feel that opposition. I just felt a big shift into my hip right there. Arms lift high. Reach forward. Big lift up. Inhale, warrior 2. Push out on your knee. Surf up and down. Lift. Beautiful, guys. Let's add some arms with it. I love movement where our arms and legs integrate. Especially things like this, because our shoulders get so hunched with all of our daily activities of computers and tablets. And this is a moment to get movement into them. Let's stay low. Rotate your back foot. Feel that little shift of weight. Lean forward. Reach. Step your back foot in to meet your front. Little small ball. Rise all the way up. Big deep inhale. Sit low into chair. Sit all the way down. Hands come to floor. Now step back to your little beast. Boom. Now side kick through right leg. Center. Left leg side kick through. Center. Right leg under switch. So you go under and flip. Hands both point backwards. Right leg under. Left leg under switch. Notice it's not about me picking up my foot a lot. It's about me just picking it up enough to thread under and come back in. Knees lower. Lift up. Big deep inhale. Flip up. Rise all the way. Lift your right foot as you do. And step back into crescent. Shift forward. Feel that. Reach. Step your back foot in. Lift your right leg, Step back to crescent. Shift forward. Lift up. Chair. We're going to do that one more time each leg. Lift up the the left leg. Step it back. Push down to go up. Lean forward. Step in. Sit low. Do you forget about the little intricacies when we start moving faster, yeah? It's so common. And as we look to celebrate the small achievements, it's about finding how we can step in and out with speed or with stillness. Do one more. Now hold this one down low. Lift your arms all the way up. Hands to heart center. Step your feet wide. We find this wide position. Sit low into goddess. Arms open out. Lift your arms high to the sky. Now sit low. Inhale. Exhale. Look over one shoulder. Other shoulder. Oh, I see the balloons when I get to do that. And they bring a smile to my face. What do you see? Whether physically you see it or in your mind's eye, that can bring a smile of celebration and joy. Let's stay low. Hands onto thighs. You're going to look over one shoulder. Come into center. Look over the other shoulder. So now it's a much wider version of what we did earlier. Center. Look. Center. Last one. Look. Inhale. Lift your arms into the sky. Exhale. Sit low into goddess or moonflower, which I learned is an actual flower. Did you know? I didn't. My mom told me. Do one more each, looking each way. Now sit low. Extend your arms like you are having this amazing celebration. You are so excited. Now you're going to make a little fist with your hand like you are holding the confetti. And we lower down and take a big exhale. Throw that glitter. Throw the confetti. Inhale. Bend your elbows. Use your breath. I love hearing my breath because it tells me a story. If you prefer Ujjayi breath where you are restricted, that's fine. You do you. One more time. Sit low. Throw. Hold. Feel that power. Lift your arms up. Lift your arms high. Now you're going to swing sunflower over. Reach high. And lift. Notice how this is a balance challenge, right? Because you're flowing. Your body is letting go. Let's do one more. Lift up. Sit low into your goddess. Lift your arms high. Now take your right arm. It's going to sweep around your head. You're going to go down and then lift something up to the sky. So you circle and throw. Circle, throw. Notice my feet. Do you see how one foot lifts off the ground as I throw that arm up? We go down to go up. Down to lift. One more time, each arm. Last one. Now stay centered. Open your arms. Bring your fingers together. So you're in this little position. Push your hands so your fingers are together, but your palms are apart. Sit really low. Push that pressure in. Now I want you to imagine a little chi ball of energy is what you're holding in between those hands. Shift the chi ball forward. Bring your hands together and then shift it out. This thought process of bringing your fingers together and then spreading them is really intricate movement into your fingers. And how often do you think about movement into your fingers? Not enough. Let's do one more. Come up, big deep inhale. You're going to shift your weight to your left leg. Then come up and shift to your back leg. Notice right here, I've got this long line from my head to my tailbone, right? And I'm on and tapping my leg. It's this shift. Now we're going to physically add a shift. Come in and out. Same leg. In and out. So I'm on my left leg. I tap in. So it's like a little tiny ball you make right here, right? Or low squat, however you want to think about it. And down. One more. Now let's stay wide. Hold. Shift to the other leg. Shift back. Shift. Let's hold. Nope. Let's shift to the other leg. And now hold. Step the foot in. And back out. There it is. And in. We reach and step. Maybe you start to get some arms with this. They reach and tuck. Shift and pull. Two more. And abs are tight. Keep your legs wide. Shift side to side. But your chest is lifted now. You see the difference? Stay centered. Big deep inhale, lift up. I love this part of class. To me, it is just such an opening experience, and I hope you feel the same. Sit down into Goddess or Moonflower. Inhale, exhale. You notice in this counterflow balance, there's always consistency. There's things that we always do. And then there's ways that we change the sequence and we change the experience because life is about little shifts and little changes. One more. Hold your arms high. Open them up. Bend your elbows. Let's make our confetti party. Ha! What can you do different this time? You notice how my hands are rotating in and out? It's different. Ha! One more. Hold. Arms reach. Sunflower sweep. Let your fingers physically touch the mat. Ha! One more. Hold up. Now let's bring that little chi ball and shift. Open. Shift. Fingers open. Touch. Open. Push your knees out so they are engaged over the middle of your feet. Last one. Take your left arm, sweep it around. This is called a lasso. How can you lasso around and down? Small moments. How about pushing the feet more into the floor to go down, to go up? Last time, each way. Last one right here. Now, shift your weight to the front leg and to the back leg. Front leg. Just twice. Step in, step out. Step in, hold out. Shift to the front leg. Step in, step out. Shift in, hold. Shift to the back leg. Yeah, now step in. It's a little harder when we've got it going alternating, right? Step wide, shift forward, step in, and out. Last time, each leg. Step, shift, step, and down. In, step, shift, step in. And maybe you stand up a little taller. Let's keep your legs out wide. Take your feet. And shift. Beautiful. Hold this place. Big, deep inhale up. Walk your feet together in center and come to the front of your mat. Big lift of your arms up. Push your hips forward. Exhale, hands heart center. Regather, refocus. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your arms high to the sky. Shift into your left leg. Reach over in this falling star. Lower the hand to the floor. I sometimes call this a teapot. It makes me really think of like the I'm a Little Teapot song from being a kid. I don't know. Maybe that's because I hung out in Disney World a lot. But find the reach. See if you can reach the floor. If not, cool. If so, make sure you're doing so with the open, expanded chest. Come all the way up. Exhale, lower that foot right behind you. Tandem balance. One more time today. Eyes shut. If you find that you're teetering a lot in this place and that balance in lunges is difficult as well, it's that connection. This is your foundation. It's tandem balance, so work on it. Lift your leg up. Ooh. Lift your right leg up. Step your foot back to crescent. Hands reach down to the floor. Your back knee comes to the ground. And we're going to shift our weight back. Feel that great length into your leg. And forward. Shift back. Now, I want to find where you keep that chest tall. So if you had blocks, they would be really helpful right here. But we don't. And so you might find your hands on your legs. Or maybe you can keep a lengthened spine with your hands down on the floor. Let's come forward. Extend your back leg, and this front leg is going to come down into a pigeon position. And I want you to not focus on where this leg is in space. Just trust me on this. I want you to think about where your pelvis is. Are your hips lifted? If so, that's fine. You want to square your pelvis. So these two little bony protrusions right here, you want to make sure that they are pointed forward. Our back leg is reaching behind us. So like someone were pulling your toe. We sit up really tall. Pigeon should be about feeling a stretch on the outer part of your hip. It's been really interesting as I've been in this yoga teacher training 500 hour. He's been talking so much about how we let go of this foot. And I want you to look at yours right now. Is it floppy? Mine is. Or can you push that pinky toe onto your mat and really maintain the squareness of your hips? Did you just find that totally shifted where you were feeling this in your leg? For me, it does. Hold. We only have 2 downward dogs today, and one of them is right now. Place your hands on the floor. Lift your left leg up to 3-legged dog. Push your palms down into integrated arms. Bend your knee into your nose. Step your foot in between your hands. Lift your arms so you're in this long line. And now let's shift our weight into standing pigeon or standing one leg. Oh, pelican or flamingo. I was having a brain moment. Hold. Hold. Stillness.
Stay true to that fire.
Lower your foot. Let's lift up. Bring the left leg up with you.
You can't control. We fly.
Step the foot behind the other one. So there's your left foot tandem. Arms reach. Shut your eyes. I always think it was one of my favorite things to do this with my college students and just see them teeter. Which people, we all think we're invincible in college, don't we? Big lift of your left leg. Slide your foot back to crescent. Hold that lift. Big, deep inhale. Exhale as your hand comes down beside your foot. Lower your back knee and let's shift forward and back. You gain this great length into the back of your leg. I hope so.
Don't wish for indifference. You're not one of those. We fall, but we always rise up through it all.
Breathe. Let's stay forward. Finding our pigeon. Again, not focusing on where the shin is in space. That's not the important part. The important thing is that we push our back leg behind us. So it's like someone is pulling that so that we square our hips. We find this pinky toe and push it into the floor. Now, you probably can't tell, but because of where I have a pin and 3 cadaver ligaments in my ankle, I can't go onto the knife edge of that foot. But what I can do is take my opposite foot and push. So I can kind of support and assist.
About sun and rain and trust and letting go.
Breathe into it. Keep that pull of your leg back. So as if someone just continues to pull that string, and you'll notice it shifts your hips. Hands come in front of you. Tuck your back toe. Lift your hips up high to the sky for your second and final downward dog. Pull your knee into your nose. Step your foot in between your hands. Reach long. And let's make this final shift to flamingo. Lower your foot. Big, deep inhale. Forward fold. Only forward fold of the day. Use it as a chance to sway side to side, to let go of any tension that you might have built up. Find center. Sit, bend your knees. Sit into chair. Last time in chair today. Yay! Lift your heels. Let's use this balance moment to lower all the way down to the floor. Sit onto your hips. Reach your legs in front of you. Find this big, tall, lifted position. And then round your spine, roll down to the floor. You're going to find your body all the way on the side. On the back. Your arms reach long. Find that inhale. Now exhale. Hug your knees into your nose. Inhale. Reach long and away. Everything is on the ground or almost. Exhale. Everything tucks into a small ball. One more. Lower our feet to the ground. Okay. We're going to do, for those of you who've done CounterFlow, you know we've done rolling like a ball a lot. We're going to do a side-to-side roll. It's going to be lots of fun. So bring your knees into your elbows. Look over your right shoulder and go on to your right side. But how do I do that? I pull my abdominal muscles in so tight. It's like someone is pressing into my stomach and I am really contracting so they don't hurt me. I look over my left shoulder and I do the same thing. Feet down, lift your hips. lower, lift your legs, inhale, come on to the left, roll. Now it's all about this stability and control. Balancing, feet come down, lift your hips, lower your hips. Reach your arms back overhead. Your feet might want to walk a little further away from you. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Let your knees fall to this 90-90 position. 90-90, yeah? Now, I realized after trying to help my mom with this, I might have cued it in ways that were confusing. Your foot and your knee need to stay connected. These 2 feet just need to stay connected to the floor. Okay, so that's what I want you to think about. Bring your hands together, or hands behind you. So your knees and foot separate. Both feet come to the floor, and then we roll around. You're going to get this little sweep. And let's do the other side. So I want you to do it with a little bit of like, woo, because in a moment, it's going to become this fun little balance thing. All right, watch this. We sweep around. Now we lift up our hip. Come in, inhale, sweep around. Push your chest and your hip forward. Inhale. Exhale, sweep. Beautiful. Last time. Come into center. Let your legs reach. Roll down to the mat. As you do, lift your legs up. Inhale, roll to the right side with control. Look over your shoulder. Now, if you're finding that you're pushing yourself off the floor with your arms, you're not alone. Reach everything away. Hug everything in. Feet come to the floor. Lift your hips. Yeah, that push off the ground typically is because we just need this to gain the stability to do this move. It's something we don't do, so we don't have that stability and strength in our side bodies. Extend and hug. Feet come down. Lift up. All right. Lower down. Roll yourself one vertebrae at a time. Knees fall. Lift up. Center. Oh, I gotta move this water bottle. Lift. Sweep and sway. Oh, you want to find that little bit of like freedom of movement. Celebrate how you can achieve this sweep. Now stay center. Roll down to the mat. Control, right? Elbows in. Look over. Flow to the side. Eyes. Squeeze your abdominals. Press out. So like I'm pushing in with my knees or in on my knees to get that support. Reach out. Hug in. Feet come down. Lift up. Knees in. So yeah, right here, I'm pushing my elbows into my thighs and my thighs into my elbows to really get that support. Again. Extend. Hug. Feet down. Hips up. Lower down. Roll up. 90-90. Here's what you're doing. You're going to go twice each side sweep, and then we're going to go straight into rolling a fetal roll. It's going to be lots of fun. Let's just do it, right? Lift up and sweep. This is your last moments of the day to find your freedom, to celebrate the small moments. Come in, roll down. Legs lift, arms out, elbows in, over to the side. Come into center, nothing in between. Go straight to the other side with control. This is a core integrated balance. Go to the side. Because again, balance isn't just about standing on one foot. Last time. Bring your legs back to center. Lower your feet to the floor. Hands come by your side. Lift your hips up to the sky. Lower your hips down to the ground. Let your feet come together and your knees fall out to the sides. Reach out for me. Take my hand and lead even when I disagree. And just breathe right here. Allow yourself this relaxed place. Reach your legs long. Allow your arms to open out. For these moments right here in Shavasana, you celebrate all the small moments today. Everything that allows you to have the big moments. So often we say, don't sweat the small stuff, because we all realize that it's all small. But how often do you allow yourself to celebrate small wins? How often do we allow ourselves to celebrate doing something new? Maybe you've never thought about yoga in a shifting way, where we get these constant movements between things. Maybe you've never thought about life in ways that we just shift from one story to the next. How can we take that into a positive mindset? How can we shift our thinking to celebrate instead of stress? In a time when we're filled with negativity, surrounded by a global health pandemic, we can choose to let that overwhelm us, or we can shift to see the positives. And we can celebrate those moments. And bend your knees in. Roll to your right side so the blood goes away from that heart. Push yourself up to seated. Let's finish with our eyes open and celebrate everything that your body just achieved. Be so proud of yourself for moments of stillness and big, expansive moments. For being willing in your mind to do and explore, and in your body to move and be joyous. As we celebrate our 100th and final regularly scheduled live from GDY on YouTube. We are beyond grateful for each and every one of you who has tuned in. Continue to follow us over on social media as well as on our website, gsoyoga.com. Make sure to get on the email list so you know exactly what we are getting ready to bring you. Don't worry, we're not going to completely abandon you here on YouTube, but we've got some pretty exciting plans. So please check them out. I am excited for the fact that COVID has forced us to shift what we do. And I get some balloons. Until next time, guys, I'm Summer. Thank you. Bye.